Welcome to my channel. Please be advised, this video is for entertainment use only. All opinions in this video are mine, and please do not harass or show hate to anyone in my video. All information in this video is used under fair use. I named this video Educating Sussex Fans. It's not because I think Sussex fans are uneducated or not that smart. I just think that they don't necessarily know about the British royal family or other royal families, how things are done, the history, stuff like that. So, disclaimer at the very beginning, I do not think Sussex fans are dumb. Today I wanted to talk about and address some of the comments I've seen online about the Danish royal family and the Queen's decision to take the titles from 4 of her grandchildren. So this is a line of succession in the Danish royal family. We have Crown Prince Frederik and his wife and their 4 children, and then Prince Joachim, his wife Marie, and Joachim's 4 children. The Queen has decided to take the titles from her 4 grandchildren that are the children of her younger son, Prince Joachim. This follows the Swedish King Carl Gustaf's decision a few years ago to take away all the titles from his grandchildren that are not directly in line to the throne, which means the children of his son Carl, his daughter Madeline. The only children or grandchildren of King Carl Gustaf that will have their titles remaining are the children of Crown Princess Victoria, because she's going to be the next queen. Now, at the time when the King of Sweden did that, there was no big uproar. Nobody said anything about it. But now that the Danish Queen has done the same thing, everybody has a comment, an opinion on why she should or should not have done that. I wonder why. Do you wonder why? Well, let me tell you why. Here is Joachim with his second wife Marie and Joachim's 4 children. The first 2, the eldest of his children, are from his first wife, Princess Alexandra. Alexandra's mother is Austrian, and her father's father is of English descent, but her father's mother is of Chinese descent. So I noticed there were quite a few comments by Sussex fans on this event, and I'd like to show you some of them and talk about why, in my opinion, and only in my opinion, I think the comment is justified or not, or valid. I saw many comments like this one, which says, "No way, this isn't partly racially motivated." Now, as my late grandmother would say, that's kind of like saying someone's a little bit pregnant. Now, I know there are lots of racists in this world, and there are racial incidents happening every day all over the world. But in my opinion, and it's just mine, something can't be partly racially motivated. It's like saying someone is a little bit racist. There's no such thing. A racist person is a racist person. You can't be a little bit. So I think people are just trying to drag race into this when race has nothing to do with it. Some of the comments were saying that it looked like the 2 eldest were being punished for being mixed race. And then there was follow-up comments like, "Yes, I know the other siblings are white, but still a bad look." How is that a bad look? It would be a bad look if the Queen took the titles away from the two oldest, which are from a different marriage, and kept the white children with titles, yeah, that would be a very bad look. And yes, that would be racially motivated. But taking away the titles from the four of them, that's not a bad look, and it's not racist in any way. Incredibly, there were also many, many, many comments saying that King Charles was behind it. He convinced the Queen of Denmark, when she was there for her cousin's funeral, that she should disinherit her four grandchildren so that he could get rid of the titles for Archie and Lilibet in a few months. Really? Like, that is just so far-fetched and would never happen. I mean, come on now. That is grasping and stretching reality to the nth degree. There was one specific comment that I could not make any sense of whatsoever. It said that Harry had already had his dukedom / his house, and thus his children and future great-grandchildren birthrights already taken away. Like what? No, Harry is still the Duke of Sussex. And thanks to Omid Scobie's tweet in May of 2019, we know that Harry and Meghan chose not to have Archie have his courtesy title, which, as we all know, is Earl of Dumbarton, because that's one of Harry's minor titles. So they didn't want him for him. Otherwise, he would have been listed on the line of succession as the Earl of Dumbarton. And Lily would have been listed as Lady Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor. This person then goes on to talk about how Edward and Sophie chose for their children not to use their HRH titles, which they were entitled to. And I just had to include this because this person incorrectly calls Edward the Earl of Essex, which I thought was hilarious because I thought you would find someone that was the Earl of Essex right here. Funny as that is, it turns out there actually is an Earl of Essex, and he does not have any children. So his heir is a distant cousin, Bill Capel from Yuba City, California. So Meghan and Harry aren't the only titled people in California. I wonder if they know Bill. But I digress. The reason why James is the Viscount Severn is because that's one of Edward's minor titles. So that's why he's listed as Viscount. Louise is listed as the daughter of a Duke would-be, which is Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor. Now, if Edward becomes the Duke of Edinburgh, then James will become the Earl of Wessex. And Lady Louise will be Lady Louise, although she does have the option to add HRH Princess to her name as it stands right now. That could change, but as it stands right now, she is entitled to that. So, to round up this little section, Sussex fans, Harry and Meghan are still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and they chose to have their children not have a courtesy title. Thanks to Omid Scobie, we all know that. The majority of the comments were about how the Danish royal family and the Danish queen is just like the British royal family and that they're all horrible racists. But in all their 80 years, no one ever realized that until just right now. There were some really good comments, though. Now, I'm not an expert on the Danish royal family. I'm not even an expert on the British royal family. But there were some comments that kind of told the story about the Danish royal family and how the Queen and the Crown Prince actually sided with Alexandra in her divorce and how, she was allowed to keep her title until she got married again, and she was given a mansion to live in, and she continued to work for the crown even after they were divorced. So, as a woman with mixed race descent, I don't think she would have done that if she really thought her in-laws were horrible, raging racists. Then there were horrible comments about the Danish queen herself. This is one of the more tame ones that I chose to address. Someone wrote, "I understand that the Danish people love her, but her own husband refused to be buried next to her, so maybe in her personal life she's not that great." Now, this is a disgusting, uneducated comment because her husband was a difficult man when he was alive. He always wanted to be called king. He didn't like that he was prince consort. And when he said he didn't want to be buried next to his wife, that was when he was suffering from dementia. Now, anyone who has had a family member or friend suffer with dementia, it's a horrible, cruel disease, not only to the person that is suffering, but to their family and their loved ones as well. So to make a comment like that is so disrespectful and uneducated. I'm sure the person who said that and all the people who said crappy things about the Queen didn't know that her husband had dementia before he passed. But if you're going to make comments like that, in my opinion, it's up to you to educate yourself and know what you're talking about. So, as you know, if you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I totally agree with what the Queen of Denmark did, what the King of Sweden did, and hopefully King Charles will come through and do the same thing. Slim down the monarchy, focus it more on, causes that they're all passionate and interested in. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents worth. Now, I'm going to end this video with the definition I found in Urban Dictionary, which I absolutely love. And it's a definition for my truth, which means pretentious substitution for non-negotiable personal opinion. Often used by academics, this is a convenient phrase for avoiding arguments because people can contradict your opinion, but not your truth. The phrase is often used when seeking to justify a controversial personal stance or action because people are not allowed to argue with your truth. So anytime you're listening to anything Meghan says or anything Oprah says, just keep that definition in your head. My truth is not the truth. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. Like I said, I don't know everything, and I'm up to debate if someone disagrees with me because your opinion is just as important as mine. Have a great day. Bye-bye.